Hi, this is Melissa Toppenberg, and I'm going to walk you through my challenge-friendly recipe for black bean enchiladas. So over here, the recipe can be downloaded off of, or you can find it on documents for the challenge page. But we've got onion. First, we're going to toss that in the olive oil. All the stuff is going to kind of go in together. Bell pepper. We're just going to kind of saute it up, make it a little crisp. This is the corn. Not quite defrosted, but it'll work. You can kind of get creative and put any kind of veggie in here that you want. Add to it. You could even do shredded zucchini, mushrooms, I use 2 cans of black beans because I like a lot of beans. I don't like to be real skimpy on stuff. I put just a little bit of olive oil in here, and it's good stuff, the organic good stuff. Try to get organic whenever you can. Organic is always better. My corn's not defrosted all the way. That's okay. It'll work. I like olives, so I've got olives and garlic. This is all to taste, so if you're not a bell pepper person, omit it. Put something else in there. One of the main things that I found that makes stuff like this so bad and fatty, of course, is the cheese. So half of this recipe is going to be done with cheese and half is going to be without, because, I can live without it as long as I've got a lot of flavor and other stuff going on in the enchiladas. I can live without the cheese. Especially once you really cut it out and you see how well your body does without it, it's easier to cut it out altogether. So for the rest of the family, they'll have cheese on their side. You can use soy or something else like that. There is some good ones out there that melt really good and they're not kind of gross and just sit there. So you can just experiment around with that part too. Cheese is bad, but also the tortillas. It's the white flour, just like the white pasta, the white bread. It's all bad stuff. Makes you fat. Stay away from it. So what we're going to be using is actually blue corn tortillas, which are gluten-free and completely cleanse-friendly, and they won't bloat you up the way a white flour tortilla or even the corn tortillas have gluten in them and flour. So it's not always what it seems. So we're going to toss in the garlic. And the blue corn tortillas actually taste really good. The only thing with them is that they aren't pliable. They will crack really easy on you because there is no gluten. Gluten is just, a binder. That's the only reason it's in there in the first place. It's not something you really want to or should be putting in your body. So we're going to toss in the black beans. Just kind of get all the flavors working together here before we assemble everything. Whoops, beans flying. Okay, olives. And I've found that my body does really well on a veganish type diet. The less red meat I have, the better, so I've omitted it completely. And the less chicken even that I have, the better better I am. I still have some of it. And fish is good. I love salmon, so fish is always good. But I found that when you're doing a real good, healthy vegan diet, and you've got a lot of whole grain foods, non-processed, real live foods, you don't have to count calories so much. Because there's nothing that's sticking. There's nothing that your body can't process. So you can actually eat a good, portion, at least I found with me, and not stress so much that, oh my gosh, this is how many calories. If it's not refined junk that's going to be sticking, it's not such a big deal. Now I'm going to move over and show you how I assemble them. You can roll them, even though these tortillas will crack on you. You can make them like a traditional enchilada and roll them. I'm going to go the easy way, because nobody really cares, right? As long as it tastes good. Okay, these are the tortillas. I get mine at Trader Joe's. And like I said, you can just nuke these for a few minutes. It'll make them a little bit more pliable. And if you're really quick at it, you can kind of roll them up and stick them in there. But I'm just going to be really quick at it and just kind of make a casserole out of it. If you're worried about them sticking, you can use, I use coconut oil. Look for this at big organic food stores will have something like this. This is really cool stuff. This doesn't have any of the nasty silicones in it that are no good for you. And this is a healthy fat. This is also really good on air-popped popcorn with brewer's yeast. I like it. Chris thinks it's gross. I like it. It kind of makes the popcorn kind of sweet. Okay, so we got those. I'm not going to even worry about making these warm because we're just going to lay them in here. The enchilada sauce is just 1 can of organic tomato sauce. And then if you have a big organic food store, you can find organic seasoning like this, like the enchilada seasoning. This is McCormick's, but I always try to pay attention that it is non-MSG, because MSG just gives me headaches and makes me crazy. So look for stuff if you can't find organic that's not full of a bunch of that junk. And we're just going to ladle some of this over and smear it around. And you're just going to layer this. This is really pretty easy, and it cooks really pretty fast. It's all about just getting it warm for the most part. And even though this is really cooking pretty clean, the kids like it. So, you know, hey, if the kids like it, that's like 3/4 of the battle right there. And if you really would like some meat in it, get a can, like that canned chicken. I'm all about easy and fast. Like at Costco, they have where you can buy 3 cans and 1 pack of the canned chicken. That's pretty decent stuff. And you can just toss that in here. That would actually be pretty yummy. So like I said, I'm going to put some cheese on half of this. Just because we have family members that like cheese, but I'm going to do it sparingly. We're not going to go really heavy on it in the first place. And I've also got fresh salsa here from, this is also from Costco. If you're a big chips and salsa person, which I happen to be, you can still have that once in a while. Go to Trader Joe's once again, look for the blue corn tortilla chips that are baked. And they don't have a lot of salt. The salt is what will bloat you up too. And they're not fried, they're baked. No gluten in them with some fresh salsa. Not so bad. So I'm going to just throw in some salsa here too. Not a lot because we don't want to go too spicy. More tortillas. You know this is really, you can hear the kids. It's all good. Probably should have made a little bit more sauce. This is all just, like I said, to taste. This is a really big pan too, because it's all I had, but you know, it works. You can do a smaller pan, make it deeper. It's all about really just what goes in it and being mindful of what you're putting in your body. If we were more mindful of that, we wouldn't be in the position of needing to lose weight in the first place. But you know, the bad stuff always tastes so good. And I'll just toss this in the oven at about 350, and I'll wait until it bubbles a little bit, until the cheese that I put on the one side is kind of melted, and then it'll be all set. So it was actually pretty quick. Went under maybe 10 minutes, if that, put it all together, something like that. Do this, I'll burn myself. Okay, so I'm going to throw one more layer of tortillas on here. I'm going to whip up some more sauce to throw on that. Open another can, throw in some seasoning. You can adjust the seasoning too. I only use half a packet because we don't like really hot, spicy food. So you can kind of just play with it on that and adjust it. And I'll throw that together, toss it in the oven, uncovered just until it bubbles a little bit and everything's melted. And then we'll take a video and show you what it looks like when it's all done. See you in a few. Okay, so we're back, and this is the finished product, all melted and cooked. What I ended up doing for the top, because I didn't have any more sauces, I just took a little bit of salsa, I blended it up, and put it across the top of the whole thing. I mean, like I said, it really doesn't matter, as long as it tastes good, right? So I'll go ahead and scoop a piece so you can see what it looks like on the inside. And that was $3.50 for about 25-30 minutes. So there is your cleanse challenge friendly black bean enchiladas. Bon appetit.